Okay. Alright, here's this.
Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
I don't know
See you there.
why the audio keeps screwing itself.
I liked this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Everyone's in a mood to mingle. Go ahead. We can start whenever. Let's get this started.
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
Yeah, I could not figure any of it out. I thought a post-hole digger was a new kind of demon.
At first I thought it was for digging graves at closed casket funerals, but the lyrics helped me keep with it. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember text that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
Kree vegetable cultivation techniques on a grand scale.
Exactly.
Are you joking?
Are you?
Maybe.
Okay, but you're still right. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
What about hoist the scarecrows? Is that line not in your copy?
Actually, the section on the empty towers describes their version of the scarecrow. Due to constant shuffling of personnel, you couldn't tell which bases were fully staffed and which stood empty.
What if they had not done that?
They would have had no soldiers to continue their advance. It would have stalled them out. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club.
Right.
I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
So why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
Sure, but I want to hear more about that spicy book.
I guarantee you don't. Ancient Kree takes on population husbandry are, let's call it, mechanically quaint.
Right, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how spicy?
-5. Ration paste bland, apartment wall vanilla, hotel art banal, even the diagrams are boring.
How so?
It's all geometric shapes. Until I realized they were representational, I was extremely confused about Kree biology. Let's just say that I can never look at an octagon the way I used to.
Ooh.
Okay, just between us. Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
I should read the first 31 volumes for context.
You should not, nor should you read the one after this.
How many more are there?
At least 400. According to Carol, this was one of the good ones.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a weird book, I'll sound like I don't know much about her adopted culture.
And how is that bad? You do not know, so this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Hunter.
Good luck.
You headed out?
I am taking off.
Righteous. Carol, I had some more thoughts on the book.
You do? You must have really liked it.
Actually, I didn't connect with it at all. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
You didn't like it.
It's more that I didn't have the context. But you do, and you clearly like the book, so...
So...
I wanted to see it through your eyes. If you don't mind, I'd like that context.
I don't mind.
Okay, then.
Most of my time at Central is hurry up and wait. Stop by when I'm waiting. We'll talk.
I will.
Good?
Good.
I've been trying to puzzle together where the Salem Coven hid the moon seal from Shaw.
Have you discovered something?
Shaw's drawings. He was looking for the Salem witches who had gone into hiding.
Who might help us?
But they told him nothing. And where he failed, we may still find the answers we need.
I do not follow.
We're going to make a magical phone call. Find each witch warren using Shaw's maps, and collect a sample of soil from each. Soil stained with a witch's lifeblood is a powerful magical catalyst. It may be enough.
The church.
Study Shaw's maps, and bring back a sample of soil from each witch warren. That soil may be potent enough to commune with the Salem witches.
Witch sign. This must be a warren. The soil Agatha wants must be nearby.
There's this.
This is one of the witch warrens. What terrible fate did this witch suffer?
Okay. That is it. Alright. And there's that. Right over here.
Witch sign. This must be a warren. The soil Agatha wants must be nearby.
Right in here. This is where a lot of Hiram Shaw's journal entries were.
You are not forgotten.
Okay, so I have 2 of them before the one that actually wanted me to get. It might actually be in here. Yeah.
Witch sign. This must be a warren. The soil Agatha wants must be nearby.
Yep. There it is.
This place resembles one of Shaw's drawings.
No shit.
What does Agatha want with this soil?
Okay. Let's go back. I solemnly swear that Agatha is up to no good.
I have collected the soil you asked for, but you never told me why we are doing this.
Soil stained with a witch's blood is potent stuff. In the wrong hands, it can be very dangerous. In the right hands, well, I just hope it's potent enough.
This is going to help us find the moon seal?
The Salem Coven stashed it away, somewhere safe. I'm thinking the best way to find out where it is to ask them directly. Meet me at the elemental altar.
Okay.
What is all this?
Everyone knows you can't commune with the spirits without plenty of candles, dear. Witchcraft 101. I would stand back if I were you.
I expected a solemn ritual, but I think you are enjoying this.
I haven't been part of a seance in years, and look, it's working.
It's the tree. I knew it.
Is that a tree?
That's not just any tree. It's the hanging tree. Those old girls hid the moon seal in plain sight. Shaw would have never suspected the seal was hidden in the very place he murdered his enemies.
Ah. That's what that other little
Where might I
drawing was
find
for.
this hanging tree?
In the time of the Salem Coven, it was not far from Shaw's church. The Abbey's magic tends to rearrange things, though. You may have to explore in order to find it.
Right here. Oh, you're all glowy now.
This must be the hanging tree. How many innocents died under these branches?
Reveal. Oh. It worked. I thought I'd be left to wonder.
From Transia in the hands of the Knights of Wundagore to the witches of Salem, that seal has covered quite a bit of ground. Despite Shaw's evil, the Coven protected it to the last. The Elder God's next trial waits for you at the reflecting pool.
Alright. Let's do it. Hello, darling.
Agatha, what is this?
What can only be called corruption. Just like that which consumed Shaw and his followers. The key to healing the Abbey grounds lies beyond the next trial. Now that we have the Coven's moon seal, you just have to survive the challenge. Simple, right?
Right.
Nothing is ever as simple as it appears when it comes to the gods.
I can't argue with you there, dear. Good luck.
Remind me about the seal?
Now that you have the moon seal, seek out the glyph to place it in.
Alright. Okay. Hypus. Hippus, Hypus. Hussums.
Ominous indeed.
Still 2 levels below recommended, but it's alright.
You can always try again, Hunter.
Well, I completely failed there. Kinda pissed, but alright.
What is on your mind, Doctor?
Shh. Just stand here with me a moment. I want to see if you can sense what I'm sensing. Yes, I can see you feel it too. The magical energies that flow through the ether into the sanctum grow stronger. I've been locked away from them for too long, but when Tony and I complete your armor, it will be only a matter of time before we retake the sanctum. My mind races with nervous excitement at the thought of stepping back into my great cosmic library to stand in my power once again.
You never lost your true power, Doctor. You stand in it now.
That's kind of you to say, but since Venom evicted me from my home, it's no secret that I have felt diminished. I was so used to seeing the future, anticipation became a foreign sensation. Now that's all I feel. When I finally regain my sight into our many possible futures again, I'll finally be able to exhale. Until then, I must wait with bated breath, keeping faith that you will deliver a victory to us.
I hope so.
May the Eye of Agamotto watch over us all.
Yes. Wish it would have in that trial, but, you know. Ha! Okay. Oh, here she comes. She's coming a lot more frequently now, if I'm not mistaken.
Here, child. We do not have much time. We shall be reunited soon. I cannot help but feel excitement.
We are standing in front of each other right now.
Not here, but in the physical realm. You don't need to be coy. I know you are coming.
To where exactly?
The Sanctum Sanctorum. The prophecy advances. As much as it will please me to see you, I beg you not to stand in my way. I cannot guarantee your safety this time.
The Sanctum is more than just a stronghold. It is Strange's home. He will never let it go.
I once thought that about the Abbey, so many centuries ago. I have said all I can. It is out of my hands now.
Actually, it seems to be all in your hands.
I wish that were so. But you know the truth. He is closer than ever before.
Who is?
I would not dare say his name in this place. Still, he will bring us together after so long. Is it selfish of me to say that it's our reunion that matters most?
We will see each other soon, Mother.
Something has changed with you, Hunter. I can sense it.
Agatha.
It's all right, child. You have been through so much. Your mother is calling you back to her. Trying to break anything that stands between you.
Consider this barrier to be as unbreakable as my resolve to not follow in her footsteps.
Yes, I believe that. Your ancestral powers are awakening and taking root. They would be pleased you are choosing the angels of your better nature. But the real question is, are you pleased? Is this the path you want to continue to walk?
Yes, Agatha. This path pleases me. I am confident that the only thing that can defeat darkness is the blinding brilliance of light.
Then shine it. Drown out your mother's shadow.
I intend to.
Just remember, whoever you choose to be, I accept you.